Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
There's a great sense of excitement emanating from this great stadium in the north of Rome. It is intriguing, charming, truly exciting. It is time for them to cross swords again. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Can he finish? Goal! Barcelona! And we have liftoff! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So, a breakthrough already.
Aimed beyond the defence. Ronaldinho. Rijkaard does well to get it back. And he's well... Eze! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Paris Saint-Germain have the chance to go the other way. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
And here's Messi. And here's Cruyff. Messi. Oh, he's been caught on it here. He's having a shot! Look at the space here.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Oh, they could break here. That's where it came from. Brilliantly cut out. Here's a player who has defined a generation. Silvestre gets over and intercepts. Oh, that's fab. Takes a shot! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that. Paris Saint-Germain are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Ronaldinho. And this is Messi. And no, that was never going to make it. Eze has it in a wide position. Looking to play him in. Eze. The ball goes in. That should be the goalkeepers. And it is. Belletti. Gerrard. And this is Pele. Played out to the left flank. Looking for options for movement. Ronaldinho. To Gerrard. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Doué is in a really good position out wide. Gerrard. Bergomi. Oh, terrible mistake. Real chance! And again! And it's in! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
Barcelona are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, it's a great time for...
Goes for a shot! And he has produced there the crispest of hits.
Well, that was smashed with venom, violence even. All he had to do was hit the target. It's such a shame.
Belletti. Paris Saint-Germain are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Ronaldinho. Gerrard. Now it's Messi. Distributed tidily. Doué. Ronaldinho. And it's Messi. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Well, that has not gone well. Eze. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. That has ended up in no man's land. Now it's Doué. Ronaldinho. And the referee says that is that for the first half. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon.
Attenzione, un cambio.
The second period is underway.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it, try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. Mateus. He's a sharp little ball here, and it's Ronaldinho.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Defending was strong and firm. Van Nistelrooy, chance here to counter. Great vision. Mateus receives it in a wide position. Oh, important interception. Gerrard. Messi. Pass somewhat off target. Doué's cross. Keeper has taken decisive action.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival. That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Cruyff. And it's Messi. Now it's Pelé. It's a searching pass. Always onto this. Shapes to shoot! Yes! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. It looked as though he'd gone too wide. He wasn't having that, though, and somehow he found the angle.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was incredible.
Barcelona find a position of real strength now. That has been slung wide. Cruyff. Gerrard. It's Belletti. It's a really well-measured ball. And it's Eze. Shifted it to the flank. Cross needs to... Impressive jump! Oh, good finish! Untouchable, remorseless, relentless, a class of their own. What a header, flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
Well, I don't think he could have asked for a better ball in there, Peter. All he had to do was get in position.
And yes, it's him again.
Cambio di giocatori.
Barcelona can make their change now with a break in play.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Eze. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Kaká showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
Bergomi. Piqué. And it's Belletti. Gerrard. To Bergomi. And the keeper's given it away. He has found the way through. Can he get on the end of this? Bergomi. Threads one in. And Tevez!
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Corner number 2 then. Puskás tries to clear. It's a pretty loose pass. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And this is Van Nistelrooy.
Van Nistelrooy was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless.
And there's green grass ahead of him. Getting up there! And that's in! And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
Attenzione, un cambio.
So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes.
And the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Yeah, I think the manager might have feared this.
Cruyff!
Paris Saint-Germain really have been second best here. Second to every ball, and
It's Pelé! Keeper always had the measure of that.
oh, it was a brilliant touch to set himself up. Just a shame that the finish let him down.
Knocks it out wide. Oh, that's a fine interception.
Messi.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Kaká.
Van Nistelrooy! Oh, terrific save. Zanetti.
Il
Puskás.
uomo indica 4 minuti di recupero.
Nicely weighted ball. Knocks it into space. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Piqué. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Thuram.
Oh, easy pickings there. And that's it. Paris Saint-Germain cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling, at times unplayable, who simply brushed them off.
How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Paris Saint-Germain desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to win like that.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.